Weights and Downer. You or someone you know has lost the ability to earn a living because someone put the company interests before their well-being. In times like these, there's one firm who has handled hundreds of catastrophic and lost earning cases. Before you settle fast with a company's attorney, give Weights and Downer a call. 985-876-0870. Weights and Downer. Let us fight for your rights.
And welcome back to Bayou Time. I'm Martin Foss with the Chief of Police right here in Houma, Chief Travis Terrio. Chief, good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Y'all been pretty busy, and we got several incidents we want to talk about. How about if we start with Leveron Street?
Yeah, so last week, I believe it was on the 13th, around 11 o'clock at night, we received a call of several gunshots that were fired. The victim was approached by the suspect, and upon doing so, numerous gunshots were fired. There was some property damage that was reported, but luckily there were no injuries, and that's what we're most thankful for. The suspect fled on foot. We have detectives following up on it, and if we have anybody has any information, we'd love for them to contact either us or Crime Stoppers.
What a shooting. Y'all been having a lot of just gunfire, huh?
Yeah, and look, most importantly, we're most thankful for no serious injuries.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. That's very lucky in its own way. How about that vehicle burglary follow-up? I know y'all handle a lot of burglars.
We do, and normally we like to recognize the good work of our officers, and in this case, it was one of our Car Patrol officers that actually conducted the follow-up investigation that led to the arrest of Mr. Tymone Scobie. And it was actually, other officers that recognized him from the video that they had, and they were able to identify him, and they took him into custody without further incident. But it was really some, heads up police work, good example of dedication to the cause, and getting a little justice for, breaking into people's property and stealing things.
And I know your officers do work a lot on that, and maybe to reiterate, to give them a plug, it's not always you just go to the scene and you get somebody's got a nice, beautiful picture of the suspect. You got to do some legwork to get there.
That's right. And quite often we don't recognize the hard work of our officers enough, and it's nice when we finally are able to.
Yeah. We have a third one to talk about, a criminal damage report that took place, and if you could bring us up to speed on that one.
Yeah, so August 15th, we had received numerous phone calls about criminal damage, and they had actually located Mr. Dale Neal just for randomly breaking the windows of businesses, causing several $1,000s worth of damage. Numerous businesses on the east side, and with everything being more expensive, and then for somebody to go in there and attack our business community is just not acceptable. Another, like I said, great example of police work. They took Mr. Neal into custody, and he was charged with several counts of criminal damage to property, and hopefully they can seek restitution and get their damage taken care of.
Before we move on to the Terrebonne Food Bank, because I know you want to thank them, but when we're looking at all these cases, when we did ride on the beat with you all, we were seeing specific cases. We saw a lot of DWIs back in the day. It seems like, I'm not sure what the numbers are now, but how has crime changed over the years? And what would people see today if indeed there was a beat? How would it have changed over the years?
Overall, the change would probably be the interaction with the community versus police. It's a lot of times nowadays people are a little standoffish, and they're not quite as willing to talk anymore. And that's what we're really trying to get back to, the good working relationship we had with the community.
Yeah, because yourself, you were involved in detective work for so long, and I always tell people, they talk about you as the chief. I said, but well before he was the chief, he was on patrol and he was in the detective bureau, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done. That's right.
And look, and some of our most memorable things were definitely within the detective bureau, and I enjoyed doing it, and I still remember some of the more monumental cases of my career.
You like putting a puzzle together, don't you?
Yeah, I like the slow and methodical side of things.
Were you one of those that worked on puzzles when you were growing up and had to come back the next day and go, I got to figure out where that piece is at?
No, I hated puzzles.
Just a little trivia for the interview today. All right. So now I know you want to talk about Terrebonne Food Bank and what they did for you.
Yeah, so recently we partnered with the food bank, and some of our officers got with them, and they were able to obtain some donations, and they brought it out to the local schools to provide snacks and food for the children in the area, and just a good partnership between the Terrebonne Food Bank, the Houma Police Department, and our local school system to kind of, I guess, welcome the kids back for another hopefully successful year.
But you've done a lot of that with your department. I see you at a lot of events. I see you at a lot of school functions and all that. That's something near and dear to you, isn't it?
It is. It really is. But in this case right here, I have to give credit where credit's due. This is actually the men and women, Captain O'Brien, Keith Kraft, Sergeant Christina Payne. They took this upon themselves, and they put this project together, and they did it themselves. I'll give credit where credit's due, and this is a project that they took upon and they took up, and they did it, and it's really a great thing that they were able to accomplish.
All right. Well, we certainly always appreciate you you coming by and being transparent with us. Anything new happening with the police department?
No, sir. No, sir. Just we enjoy working with the community. We love the community working with us. We look forward to many more years of support from everyone. We appreciate everything that HTV has always done for the police department as well.
All right. Thank you, Chief. We appreciate it. Chief Travis Terrio here in the studio. We'll take a break. We have a lot more here on Bayou Time. Don't go away.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.